Demolitions and evictions that were beginning in Mavoko, we had some illusion that there was still existence of humanity, some basic respect for the law and human rights in the Kenya Kwanza regime. We were holding on to the promise Mr. Ruto made during the campaigns that the forceful evictions and demolition of dwellings would be a thing of the past. It is a fact that in July 2022, during the launch of the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, Ruto promised that he would put an end to the culture of illegal evictions of people and property demolition if elected president. He went on to promise that wherever affected people would be provided enough notice and compensation promptly paid. Well, it is October 2023 and the human tragedy is unfolding before the eyes of Kenyans under Ruto's watch and his loud silence without order. What has gone on here in Mavoko these past few days is not just inhumane, it is also ungodly. What is going on here is forced eviction, the exact crime Ruto promised to bring to an end in July last year. It's a gross violation of human rights, the right to adequate housing at a time the administration purports to be working to ensure that everyone has shelter. What's going on here indicates a systematic disregard of recognized human rights standards in the part of the state. The affected families, some among the poorest of the poor, and their upcoming middle class have not only witnessed lifelong savings demolished and crushed to ashes. They have been left to fend for themselves in the streets without basic shelter. Children who are learning in some of the schools here have seen their classrooms flattened into open fields. Their upcoming exams standing. A regime whose top leadership never missed an opportunity to show that they are deputies of Christ is presiding over the demolition of houses of worship. The evictions have taken place just as the rains are beginning to set in. They are taking place in bad weather without any compensation, alternative accommodation, or access to safe and secure food, safe drinking water and sanitation and medical services. The evictions have been accompanied by the excessive use of force by the police and local authorities. They have been intended to inflict inhuman pain and damage, and you can can see my back. There are reports of injuries and theft of property belonging to the people whose suffering and loss is already too great. There's definitely no or inadequate prior eviction notice. Kenyans 2009 evictions and the settlement guidelines require notice to be written or published in the official government gazette 90 days ahead of time. Yet, within minutes of a court ruling, people have lost their homes and their livelihoods. People have been left homeless and destitute, without means of earning a livelihood and with no effective access to legal or other remedies. Nobody gave these people a chance to pursue further legal redress. Someone who seemed to have known how the court was going to rule stood ready to swing into action and inflict maximum pain on residents immediately the ruling was made. Above all, this destruction of life and lifelong savings of people has come at a time that Kenyans are struggling with extremely high taxes, high cost of living, and a collapsing Kenya shilling. Without compensation, those who have lost homes will certainly never be able to rebuild. People have suffered here because of failure of the states to control speculation in land, housing, and property. One thing that's being used against the opposition to the demolitions is that East African Portland Cement owns the land and the titles were fraudulent. We therefore demand investigations and accountability of everyone, private and public, involved in this. But secondly, know that whether Portland is majority owned by the government. The demolitions were they necessary? Victims are Kenyans. When there another solution, government has always settled people everywhere. We don't have a settlement fund to get people land. We have the case of Waitiki land in Likoni, which was resolved by the settlement fund to pay the owner and several squatters, and that was a private land. Why could this matter be handled the same way? Was this a great and urgent use of the land when the demolition was done that so greatly overwhelmed people's lives and savings? What is the urgent use that could not allow people time to move out by say next year? Are there personal interests riding on the guise of public interest? Does the East African Portland Cement understand that there are things people can do to fight back and even end its existence as a company? We are talking about people who most likely use the company's cement to construct houses, only for those same houses to be destroyed in the name of the same company. As a party, we can't let this continue to go on unchallenged. We are determined to ensure that cruel crime is answered for. Somebody will have to take the responsibility for this bestiality. The Kenya administration must immediately halt any further demolitions. We must share with the victims and the country the immediate plans to pay compensation for the property that has been unlawfully destroyed and to find alternative settlement for the victims. This brutality will not go unchallenged. This brutality will not be answered for and accounted for. If the government does not act, we will help the people to act. As a way. Thank you. Naona tumekuja hapa wa Kenya na tena kama viongozi wa Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition. Tumeona kwa wingi yale ambayo kunafanyika hapa. Wengine wetu ukiongozwa na kiongozi wetu hapa Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka walikuja hapa wakati mambo ilianza hapa. Walikuja pamoja na gavana wa Vihiga wa hapa kaunti ya Machakos, wakijaribu kushawishi watu ili waone moyo ya utu, wawache kuharibu mali ya watu ambao wanakaa hapa. Lakini yale yote ambayo waliyasema iliingia kwenye sikio ya fisi. Hakuna chochote. Jamaa wameendelea kufanya kazi yao ya kubomoa. Mahakama ilitoa uamuzi siku ya Ijumaa. Siku hiyo Ijumaa watu tayari walianza kufanya kubomoa manyumba hapa. Nani alijua ati uamuzi utakuwa namna gani? Walikuwa wameshajua tayari uamuzi itatoka vile ilitoka. Ndio inaonyesha kwamba mahakama zetu imeshikwa teke. Niseme juzi ati mahakama na bunge wetu wa kitaifa imeshikwa teke na teke amepiga makende. Sasa tuko na bunge halisi, haina chochote. Manake bunge juzi ilipitisha sheria ya kujinyima nafasi ya kukagua ununuzi ya bidhaa ya umma. Bunge linatakana iwe inatetea mali ya umma. Na kama bunge tayari imeshatoa kitisho sheria kusema bunge hawezi kuangalia kukagua vile serikali inauza mali ya umma, hakuna haja ya kuwa na bunge. Tuko vile na maspika ambayo wanafanya siasa kiholela. Spika wenyewe wanaongea juu ya mambo ambayo yanakuja mbele ya bunge katika mkutano wa hadhara katika kanisa, vile wao wataamua katika bunge. Kwa hiyo hao maspika yote wawili wa Senate na National Assembly ni wale watu ambaye hawafai wao kama maspika. Wao ni aibu kubwa kwa taifa la Kenya. Na bila siku hizi mambo inatoka kule unasema ipitishe bila ilivyo. Wabunge hawapewi nafasi ya kuongea vizuri juu ya yale masuala ya kuja kwa bunge. Kwa hivyo sasa Wakenya hawana kinga. Pande hii bunge teka. Pande nyingine mahakama teka. Sasa tuko na pahali ambayo natembea peke yake. Hakuna mtu anaweza kuzuia wao kufanya chochote. Ametangaza siku ya Ijumaa na kazi inaanza sasa. Umeona askari wake wako hapa. Unaona vile wamekaa kule kama ile mbwa ya mlinzi. Ati wanafanya kazi. Hii kazi ya kubomoa mali ya watu si kazi ya askari kulinda. Kuna kazi ambayo takana askari wetu wafanye kupigana na sababu na kulinda Wakenya wengine ambao wanavamia na uhalifu. Sasa hao askari wamekuja hapa kutetea uhalifu. Wale ambao wanafanyika hapa ni uhalifu, ni unyama, ni aibu katika taifa letu la Kenya. Tunalaani vikali kama wanazimia. Sasa ndio sasa.